finally made it back to rad mode.
One time I raised the mainsail and the staysail by myself.
I saw that on Facebook. Pretty cool.
The kids obviously had a huge feeling of accomplishment, having helped Christina sail rad mode while I was away. I couldn't help feeling so proud as they shared their awesome experiences with me.
Okay, I found this one. I found the first one I found. Feel it. It's so bumpy.
Oh yeah, that's like smooth.
I found the biggest one.
Oh, is that the biggest one?
And I also found this.
Oh, that one's really smooth.
But
Well, it's like shinier.
If you saw the last episode, you know that I took 3 jackrabbits with a pistol up in Oregon. And we ate one up there, but froze the other 2 and brought them back to rad mode.
The kids are doing it by themselves. Did it.
This moment right here was a very special one for me. To watch a 7 and an 8-year-old work so well as a team and so hard to accomplish a task. It was an awesome feeling.
Y'all didn't see that on your charter over there. Who's got the real showstopper?
Had a few drinks.
Salud. Ostravi.
The kids went ahead and hauled the rest of the sails. And of course I had to make sure I was missed while I was away.
You're happy? You're glad I'm back?
I am very glad you're back.
That's what I think. She's glad I'm back.
it is like a tube.
Yeah, it is. Big 10 pound. Damn it. Your kids are like Alright, so what happened with the kerosene stove while all's gone?
I hate the thing.
The kerosene stove we use on rad mode probably belongs in an ancient history museum.
So then I just shoved it down in there instead of hell with it. Done. So yeah.
I take it that didn't work, right?
Yep.
Where's the old gasket?
That's it.
This is it?
That's yours.
This still looks pretty good. So we're gonna put these leather gaskets. So what we're gonna do now is take a little bit of oil and use canola oil, just a dab, right in the opening. That was probably way more than a dab. So yeah, this is the hard part, really, especially if it's kind of like filled with oil. Swells are not helping. That sucked. I was right, I put too much oil in. Okay. It's not working. I give Christina a hard time because she's kind of like a barbarian sometimes. Like technology and her don't mix very well, but man, exactly what she told me is happening. It's happening. So, okay, I gotta dig into this a little further.
It's not always just me.
I know, baby. I know. Great.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It's working.
I tried it that way.
Fixed.
It turned out that some little ring behind the gasket was screwed on backwards. You wouldn't think this would affect it, but it did.
Is it working?
Yep.
The hell? I did all the same crap.
I'll be here. I'll be done in 15 minutes, honey.
The next day, we set sail for Jack London Square in Oakland. Annabelle and Darius were off with their Uncle Kurt for a trip to Oregon, which would leave Christina and I kid-free.
All right, babe. Kids are gone. Let's party. Yeah. We left Blue Pelican about 45 minutes ago. Sailed all the way up the channel and out of it. But we're on our way up the river. It's going to be warmer up there. We got no kids, and we got to make a run to Rio Vista anyways to pick up some stuff that we have up there. So that's what we're doing today. And the forecast looks like it's going to actually be pretty accurate. It said 15 to 25 knots, right? Small craft advisory, southwest winds. Mm-hmm. Yay, good sailing day. I'm gonna make tuna sandwiches in this. It's gonna kind of suck. Coming up on the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. It's kind of chilled out here now. But we know one of two things is going to happen in San Pablo Bay. Either A, it's going to calm way down, or B, it's going to be blowing like a son of a bitch. The waves are, I mean, they're so close together, and they're pretty good size for out here, so it's rocking us around a lot.
San Pablo Bay was even worse, so we dropped the hook in China Camp, and the next morning found ourselves underway in much better conditions. We made our quick pit stop in Rio Vista and were frustrated to realize that only one of the 3 things we had come to pick up were there. We got back under sail and had hoped to make it to the east side of Chain 1 Island before dark. As I'm sure you know by now, things on a sailboat don't always go as planned.
Yeah, I don't know, it could be the starter. So I don't know if you guys can see us, but our engine's not starting. We were about to just start it up, let it charge up bank 3 while we, sail up to drop our hook and then set it with the engine. And that's out of the question. We're gonna have to just sail in and set our hook that way and backwind our sails. So we've done it before, but there's more wind this time. We're just gonna do our best to make it happen, right, honey? We just set anchor under sail, and luckily we had enough wind to really set it. I mean, it's set. It's going to be fun getting out tomorrow without the aid of our diesel. But I took a good look at Antioch Marina, which is where we were going to go tomorrow, and I think we're totally capable of sailing in to their fuel dock and side tying and then moving the boat to a different slip so we can sort this out some more if we can't figure it out by tomorrow morning. We're just going to go through the basic checklist, air, make sure air gets in, make sure exhaust can get out, make sure fuel delivery is working out, and make sure we got spark, and then kind of go from there. So we might have got some water in the diesel line, might have to bleed the injectors. Yep, broke down, don't give a shit, we're still making spaghetti. As you can hear, the engine's running. Christina figured it out. Basically, if you get too much water, if your water lift muffler is full of water, the exhaust can't build up enough pressure to allow the engine to start. Okay, so what we did was we drained out most of the water out of the water lift muffler, and she cranked up. It took a bit, but she did crank up. We're gonna leave her running and just motor sail basically over there, because we don't want to risk turning her off and having her not start when we get close to the marina. We spotted a familiar boat on the water on our way into Antioch Marina. Grant's Take 5. How you doing, man?
Oh man, about time. You're late.
We had a serious issue last night.
You guys have nothing but serious issues.
I know.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go and park this thing. I'll come back around.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good to see
Cool.
you.
Yeah.
In person. Wow.
Yeah, man. We'll see you in a minute.
Are real.
We first met Grant sailing by him out in front of Antioch Marina. So this was the very first time we actually shook hands and met face to face.
We got invited to go sailing on Grant's boat. So heck yeah, it's fun to sail on other people's boats. Why, honey?
He's gonna show us how it's done.
Yeah, and some other people are coming out, so we're racing.
He's the one who beat us.
He beat us. He's a good sailor. We can tell.
Yeah.
And that's the word. And it's also fun because if something breaks, it's not ours. Hey, do you need us to bring some life jackets?
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to bring. Mine probably won't like be like this.
Okay. You gonna grab him, babe? Okay.
Yeah, come on aboard.
Cool.
You got to step over a little bit.
All right.
It's made for smaller people, but that's okay. No, it'll be fine.
So what do you have here? What is this boat?
It's an Ericsson 27.
Okay.
It's 1973, so it's over 40 years old.
Cool.
But it's a good old boat. It's outboard. No inboard motor, which is kind of unique. It's sold in Southern California. It was actually my father's before he passed away.
Okay.
So he ended up giving it to me.
Yeah.
Mike says I'm a pretty good sailor, but he says I'm hell on parking.
Yeah.
It's funny too because people say that about my driving too. I got this life sling. I usually don't put it out, but whenever I have people aboard, there's actually somebody to throw it. So it's good when I'm by myself. It's great to look at as it goes by, right? Feel free to stow whatever you have to down below or
Okay.
whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Yeah, right on, man. We love going sailing on other people's boats.
Yeah.
Right there. We used to put stuff on the floor in our boat. 'Cause that's where it ends up anyways. Cool. It's a cool little boat. All right. Great place for that too. You've done this a few times. We're gonna go into the lake.
Yeah.
Sherman Lake?
Sherman Lake.
Sherman Lake, and there's two big trees right in the entrance, so we're gonna let the other sailboat lead and leave just enough room so we can veer off if they hit one of the logs.
They show us to the lake.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. If you made it this far and you liked it, please give us the thumbs up and click that like button down below. Also, consider subscribing to our channel if you want to follow along with more of our sailing adventures, and maybe even sharing it if you know some people that might want to be a part of the audience. I've got a question for you guys before I go, and that's, basically rad mode's pretty primitive as far as sailing equipment and all that. Like, we have no autopilot. We don't even have a wind vane or a hydrovane, we basically use a handheld GPS and crew to steer the boat, no electric winches, none of that high-speed stuff. And our thought process on it is kind of like, okay, the less moving parts it can break, the less things can go wrong. And at the same time, we know that having some more of those luxury items can definitely, keep you from expending a lot of energy, especially when it comes to long range cruising.
and we're definitely not set up for that yet. But what do you guys think about it? You know, how's your boat set up if you have one? What's your thought process on it? What do you think? And for those of you that have done it both ways, like a primitive boat versus like a pretty high-tech modern boat, you know, what do you think about it? All right. So that's it. In the next episode, we're going to continue where this one left off. We go through Sherman Lake, and then we tie up to a cool spot, tie up to some bushes that some of the locals there in Antioch shared with us. And that's pretty much it. See you guys in the next episode.